Hey, I wanted to talk today to new dads, those who are about to have their first child. This may apply to new moms as well, but I think the dynamics may be a little bit different. And I'm a dad, not a mom, so I'm going to talk about my experience. I'm going to start off with what I did over the last weekend. I competed in a jiu-jitsu tournament along with my son, my oldest son, who's 18 and just started jiu-jitsu after about a decade of wrestling before that. That was a pretty memorable thing for both of us, but especially for him. So he's 18, I'm 47, and the fact that he was able to go compete in a tournament where his dad is also competing, maybe not my best performance, but still got on the mat, still competed, and that was something I think had a really big impact on him. I say that because he doesn't usually post much family stuff on Instagram, and he posted that, and he's talked to other people about it. And so I know that that's something that meant so much to him and will be something he remembers probably long after I'm gone in the future. But the only reason that happened was that when he was born 18 years ago, I didn't stop training. I didn't stop going to the gym. I didn't stop going to martial arts classes. I had to move some things around. I had to modify things, change my schedule a little bit. But I still devoted that time to me. And it wasn't that I was trying to be selfish. I was trying to devote it to me so I could stay healthy, stay active, and make sure that I was a good husband and father when I came home at the end of the day. I wasn't stressed. But that I would still be able to do stuff with my kids 10 years, 18 years, however many years later. And I see that a lot of other dads make a different choice. I've seen that recently just with some of our own members in the gym. When they have a kid on the way, they stop. They stop their gym membership. They tell us they're going to be back shortly after, but they just need to help their wife out at home, it's admirable. I get it. It's coming from a good place. But then they don't come back. 6 months later, a year later, and now it's just the routine has changed. They can't find time for the gym. They're putting on weight. They're feeling older. They're never going to be able to go compete with their kid or even just go hang out and do some physical activities with them years later because they made that choice. I had another experience a few years back where I was on vacation. I was with a few other dads. We were at a river where our kids were swimming, and we had there was a nice gorge where the river came down through, rapids, rock walls, a big rope swing where if you swam up through the rapids, climb the rock wall, swing on the rope, jump down into the water. It was an awesome experience. And the kids wanted to do that. Now these were, younger teenage kids, our boys and some others. And they asked the other dads if they would help them out, go with them swimming upstream and climbing the rocks. And they just couldn't. And they were, about my age or some of them even younger than me. Just didn't have the physical capacity to do that. So I was able to. And I thought that was a great experience and the kids were excited. But I felt bad for those other dads. They couldn't be the men they wanted to be at that moment because they'd made a different choice years ago. Well, maybe some of them had never worked out, but some of them had, and it just stopped when they had kids. So if you're making that decision right now, I just want you to think 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 20 years from now, do you want to be the dad who can impress your kids and their friends, go do healthy, fun things with them? Then still devote that time to yourself now. It's not selfish to take just 3 hours a week to go to the gym or go continue whatever activity you're doing. I know you want to be home with your wife and your new baby, but let's be honest, those 3 hours are probably just going to be hours sitting on the couch watching Netflix while your kid sleeps on a bassinet, and they're not going to remember it. I know it's it seems like the right dad thing to do, but you got to balance it. You got to be home for your wife and your kid, but you've got to keep doing things for you so you can be healthy and be happy and be a good father years and years from now. So I want you 10 years from now, 15, 20 years from now, to remember this message and remember how you are now able to still do stuff with your kids because you made the right choice right after they were born. Just my perspective, but after having done what I've just done recently and feeling really good about it and watching some other dads who have dropped out of the fitness program and are quickly getting out of shape and won't be able to do that in 18 years with their kids, it's a pretty tough choice to see people making. So please, please, please try to make the right choice now while you can. That's it. I hope that helps. Thanks.